What is up, guys, and welcome back to another TBC Classic gold farming video. So today I have a very good gold farm for you, and this one is kind of unique. It's also one you can do for several different materials, and I'm just going to kill a couple of mobs to show you the example of the farm. Then we're going to go through the location, the gold per hour, the different materials, why you should farm here, as well as just a couple of different things you should know about the farm itself. So the farm itself, these mobs are respawning fairly quickly. I am just standing in one place and just waiting for respawns. Pretty much I clear out everything in this area around me, then I just wait for the respawns and keep on going. So for the farm itself, you have a couple different mobs. You can see these ethereals, like this guy right here. You have a couple different ones. You have the raiders, you have a caster, and then you have a spell stealer. The spell stealers take 20% less magic damage. The casters start casting a arcane missile on you, which can be very annoying if you're a caster, because it delays your attacks or your casting speed. But the melee people are super easy. All of them are super easy. You also have these mana worms all around the place, they're also very easy. And then you have these guys. I'm going to tell you one thing: if you are going to farm here as a boomkin, you want to avoid these guys as much as possible, and I'll show you why right now. So if I pull this guy, for example, you can see that I'm able to hit him with nature damage, but the second I try to use a Moonfire, he's immune. So you can't use Starfire or Moonfire on these ones. You can only use Wrath, and you can also use Insect Swarm, so it's not really that big of a problem. But you can't use Starfire or Moonfire. That is only for these unbound ethereals though. For the regular ethereals and the mana worms, you can use every single spell that you have, so those are not an issue. You can use Starfire, Moonfire, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But for the unbound ethereals, you can't use your Moonfire or your Starfire. So just keep that in mind in case you're a boomkin. I guess it kind of also goes for a shaman as well. They will be immune to some of your spells as a druid or a shaman, so just keep that in mind for these unbound ethereals. Everything else is not an issue. So right now we should have one of each of the ethereals. So for example, this guy right here, he's the spell thief. Here you will deal 20% less magic damage to him once you actually pull him and get into combat. And these guys are the casters, they do an arcane missile, so watch out for that as well. Okay, so let's get into a little bit about the farm itself. So like I just said, you have several different mobs at the farming area. I guess I should show you the location as well. So the location for this farm is all the way north in Blades Edge Mountains, pretty much right here at Bashir Landing, right here. You have to have flying so you can get over these borders right here, making it a little bit less accessible, because you have to be level 70, you have to have flying, so there is a small barrier to entry, and that is also why it's such a good farm, because of the barrier to entry. Makes it so not everyone can go here and farm, because once again you have to be level 70, and you need to have flying, meaning you have to have 1,000 gold that you can spend to get the regular flying. You don't need epic flying, you just need regular flying, so you can actually get yourself over the border, then you can start farming here. So from the farm itself, you have a couple different mobs. You have the mana worms and these unbound ethereals. They can give you motes of mana, which you can then combine into primal mana, which you can sell on the auction house. So for example, right now I've been farming for about half an hour, actually less than half an hour. I've gotten 3, almost 4 primal mana, giving me 80 gold so far. I've also gotten 1 Ethereum prison key, and that is the second thing I'm going to talk about. So these ethereals right here, they can drop these prison keys. They have a fairly okay drop rate. Apparently I've been super unlucky, I've only gotten 1 so far. I want to say I've been here for 20 minutes, and I've been focusing a lot on these mana worms instead. So you can kind of pick and choose on what you want to focus on. If you focus more on the mana worms, you can get yourself some primal mana and motes of mana, but if you focus more on the ethereals, you will obviously get more of the Ethereum prison keys, as well as more of the netherweave cloth, and also you can get some mana potions, as well as healing potions, and lots of raw vendor gold as well, and even raw gold as well from killing the ethereals, because they give you about 15 to 20 silver per kill. So you're getting raw gold plus netherweave cloth plus these keys as well from the ethereals, and from these mana worms you're getting these primal mana or motes of mana. so you're getting a lot of different things. Now, like I said, I was focusing more on the mana worms, or the primal mana, for this farm, and that is because they have a way higher sell rate. So I'm using TSM, right, where you can see the minimum buyout, the market value, and the region market value average. Then you have the sale average as well. Plus you can see the region average daily sold, which basically tells you how many of them you can expect to sell on a daily basis. You can see the primal mana has a region average daily sold of 53.76, while these Ethereum prison keys have 11.55, meaning that using basic math, these are pretty much selling 5 times as fast, or 5 times as much at least, than the prison keys. So if you want to farm here for a longer period of time, you might want to focus more on the primal mana, because you want to offload your materials as fast as possible, while the prices stay the way they are. Because right now prices are kind of tanking fairly quickly, so you want to sell them while the price is decent. And that is why I'm focusing on the material from the farm that has the best sell rate. One more thing I want to mention about the farm itself is that if you are an enchanter, you can pretty much kill these ethereals, and they have a chance of giving you this formula right here. It is a bind when picked up formula, so it's not really going to be great for gold making, but it will help you sell your enchants, and the more enchants you have, the more gold you can charge, and the more rare the enchants are, the more gold you can charge. So if you are an enchanter, you might want to do this farm just for this formula. It's bind when picked up, and basically it's the 40 spell damage and 40 healing enchant. So you can go and grab this one as well. Now I'll also do a quick little fly around on the area itself so you can see how big it is, but it's basically absolutely incredible. It's huge. You can see this room right here is the room I'm focusing on, and there's a lot of mobs. They respawn fairly quickly, so you don't have to worry about farming the entire area. Just pick one place, sit there, and wait for respawns. You have this place as well with a lot of spawns. You can see 5 different spawns inside that one camp. If you are a frost mage and you're able to AoE farm, it could be very good for AoE farming as well, but once again be aware of these casters, which are going to start casting arcane missiles. You have this spot as well where you once again have a lot of mobs available to you, and basically the entire landing just has a lot of rooms with a lot of spawns inside them, so you don't really have to worry too much about competition, because there's basically enough mobs for at least 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8 people as well, based on how many rooms there are and how many spawns there are inside every single room. So just pick your room or your spot and just sit there and wait for respawns. It is also worth mentioning that I'm farming here right now on a Friday at 6:53 PM, so 6 PM pretty much in the hype time on a Friday, I should say. It's Friday evening so far, and I've only seen 1 or 2 people here. There's almost no competition. Now obviously me making this video could spike the competition a little bit, but a student also made a video about this today, and there's still not that much competition. In terms of gold per hour from the farm itself, you're looking at an easy 200 to 250 gold per hour, maybe even more as well. It kinda depends on which item you're focusing on. So if you're focusing on primal mana, you might make more, and you might sell it faster, but if you're focusing on Ethereum prison keys, it's a bit more RNG, but you could make more, you could make less, but you are also going to sell it slower. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is another gold farm you can go and check out for yourself. I'm pretty much planning on giving you guys as many decent gold farms as possible, so you have several different locations that you can go and test out. That way you can find out which gold farms you personally enjoy doing, and also which ones are worth the most for you, as well as which ones are more or less contested, so you have different options to go for. So if you want to check out the gold farm, go and check it out. Leave a comment down below about how much gold per hour you are getting from the farm, as well as which item you are focusing on. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, subscribe for more TBC content, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.